want to say I always feel better when I'm with the teachers. I know I'm in the right place. So thank you for all you do. I'm Elizabeth Warren.
Really?
I'm here because Joe Biden fights for access to abortion, and I'm here to fight for Joe Biden. So look at it this way. This is the first time in living memory that we have had two people who are or have been President of the United States running against each other. So we don't have to listen to vague promises about just put me in and here's what I'll do. We actually do know what they'll do because they've been doing it. So here's the deal. Look at the contrast between the two. Donald Trump was president for 4 years, and he accomplished two things. One is that he cut $2 trillion in taxes, mostly sucked up by millionaires, billionaires, and giant corporations. That's one of his huge accomplishments. Second one is he got an extremist Supreme Court in place that overturned Roe versus Wade. He is directly responsible for the fact that today there are women who have to be near death before their doctors can administer the medical care that they need. He is directly responsible when a 10-year-old who has been raped and impregnated cannot get an abortion near her home and has to travel and further extend the trauma that she has suffered. He is directly responsible for every family in states throughout this country where there's a question of IVF and who are struggling to try to build a family. He is directly responsible for every doctor who says, maybe I have to back up, maybe I have to get out of women's health care altogether because I am worried about facing criminal prosecution. He is directly responsible for the fact that the United States Supreme Court right now is deciding access to medication abortion, not just in red states, not just in states that laid down and said, no, we're not going to do this, but in states like Michigan, where you turned out and said, we want to protect access to abortion, and Donald Trump is responsible for the fact that the extremist Republicans are trying to get medication abortion taken off the market everywhere in the country. In other words, Donald Trump is directly responsible for half the people in this country losing a constitutionally guaranteed right and living in fear about the consequences of that. So when you want to understand what it would mean if Donald Trump is elected in 2024, look at what he's done. He's already said he will give giant tax breaks once again to the millionaires, the billionaires, and the giant corporations. And on the question of abortion, he is not going to lie his way out of this. We know. By comparison. You ready for a little comparison?
Yes.
By comparison, where is Joe Biden? Well, let's start with what's happened since Roe has been knocked out. What has Joe Biden been doing? I'll tell you what he's done. He's made sure that our military service members who have been stationed in red states still can get access to abortion. He has made sure that the VA has stepped up and said, we'll make sure abortion services are available to our vets who need access. He's been out there in the fight. Literally, his Department of Justice is fighting right now to preserve medication abortion all across the country. But more than any other single things, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Democrats in the House, the Democrats in the Senate, The Democrats up and down the ballot in the state races have all made clear, you give us the votes in Washington, we will make Roe versus Wade law of the land again.
Yes.
And you know, I could stop right there. But a good teacher never quits with just one thing. Because I'm going to ask a lot of you, but I want you to know how much is on the line. Yes, our rights are on the line. Our opportunity to make our own medical decisions are on the line. But there's so much more about what Joe Biden has been doing. He's fighting for working families. He's fighting to lower the cost for working families. And here's the thing, it isn't just a bunch of empty promises. He's fighting and he's delivering. Can I hear a big round of applause for 35 years? This year, seniors never have to pay more than a total of $2,000 on prescription drugs. Think what that means for me. Okay, while we're at it, we're hitting a milestone today. As of today, 4 million Americans have seen their student loan debt canceled. And you know what? I'm going to go do these every day because the numbers keep climbing. More and more people finish their paperwork, become eligible day by day by day. The president is putting even more new regulations in place. We're going to hit 30 million Americans whose debt's going to be wiped out. The work that Joe Biden and his team have been doing shows up in lots of other ways too. A personal favorite of mine is cutting the cost of hearing aids. Over-the-counter sale of hearing aids means instead of thousands of dollars, people who need those hearing aids can get them for hundreds of dollars, and that's life-changing for a lot of us. And what fun! Joe Biden and the team have gone after junk fees. So Joe Biden is out there working. He's working on behalf of working families. He's trying to cut costs for those families, and he's doing so much more. He has also helped pass the biggest climate package in the history of the world. Oh, but here comes the best part. You know how he paid for it? I love this. He paid for it with my 15% minimum tax on corporations that make more than $1 billion who are paying nothing in taxes. You know, yeah, I love this stuff. You know, this reminds us of what it means to have a government. Not out there for the rich folks, not out there for the extremists, but a government that works for the rest of us. A government that is trying to deliver every day to working families. So that's why I'm here. I'm here because I'm in this fight for Joe Biden, for Kamala Harris, and I want to be clear. It's for Democrats up and down the ticket. We have state reps with us. Here we go, stand up. Democrats in the Senate, and Michigan, that's going to be up to you. We need our Democrats in the House, at the federal level, but we need them in the state House. We need them locally. We need to show that we can build a government that works, and it works up and down the line for families who need it. So here's the deal. We're here for a kickoff, and a kickoff means we all got to do some work. Okay, that's my part. Now I'm going to ask for your part. Your part is going to be about knocking on doors. It's about making phone calls. It's about signing up and offering to bring the donuts. It's about whatever part you can do in this fight. It's about Michigan Messengers. Where's our Michigan Messengers flyer? Right here. Right here. That's known as pride, right? The Michigan Messengers. I talked to Debbie Stabenow on my way.
We love Debbie.
And Debbie said she's building Michigan Messengers. This is work you can do from home, where you can connect up with people, because now is the time. Not 3 days before the election, not a week before the election, but now is the time to get in the fight and bring people along. Now is the time to talk to people about the difference. And listen, it's not enough just to know what is right. You've got to fight for what is right.
Yes.
Donald Trump and many of the Republicans have figured out that what they want to do is actually very unpopular, that Americans don't like. He thinks he can lie his way out of this. He thinks he can stand up and tell one thing to his extremist base, that is taking credit for Roe versus Wade being overturned, and something else to the rest of America. We will not let him get away with that. We are not stupid. We will not be fooled. We will hold him accountable for that. So I'm in this fight all the way because I know what's on the line. I know what's on the line for you and me. I know what's on the line for our children and for our grandchildren. This is the fight of our lifetime. It is a fight for our democracy. It is a fight for our economy. It is a fight for the people who have had their constitutional rights taken away from them. We are here to show America that our voices will be heard. We will make certain that men and women across this country make clear that medical decisions will be made by a patient and a doctor, and not some damn politician. This is it. The fight is on us. What happens next is up to us. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Democrats, up and down the ballot. Let's get this done.
Hey everyone, everyone is going to get an opportunity to take a picture with the senator. She's going to be back here by the photo wall. If everyone could form a single file line this way, we will get everyone through it. And everyone.
Baby, you need to update that.